So the Mob Ties General J. Prince Jr. has officially been hospitalized because of a leg injury all of a sudden after Allstar JR just got arrested by the feds. What are the odds? J. Prince Jr. hospitalized. How does that work? J. Prince Jr. is begging for prayers, mercy, as he undergoes surgery on his leg. Listen, this is very rare form for J. Prince Jr. The one that wants to be senior so bad, but they not related. I mean, they have zero blood relation. J. Prince Jr. is literally J. Prince Sr.'s adopted son. How ironic. It looks to me that J. Prince Jr. is trying to act like the victim here ever since Allstar JR's arrest. It looks like J. Prince Jr. is trying to gain some sympathy points from the general public so it doesn't seem like he orchestrated some robbery against Allstar JR. I mean, the timing is just way too perfect. But who in the world does J. Prince Jr. thinks that he's fooling here? The feds have already caught wind that you may have orchestrated a robbery at the Confessions nightclub in Houston against Allstar JR by way of using OG3, Dead End Ron, and Ben 10 as crash outs. A lot of people are saying that Ben 10 told on Allstar JR to the feds. This is a lie. He didn't tell anything because he can't tell, because allegedly he's still on life support and we have zero proof that he's not. Feds seen the same footage that we saw and then some on every angle in that nightclub when this entire incident took place. When it comes to J. Prince Jr., the feds know that Jr. may have been involved in this because people on video were already saying that this is J. Prince Jr.'s doings. Yeah, people who were there were already blaming J. Prince Jr. anyway, so if anyone needs to tell, it's Allstar JR who is going to tell if need be. J. Prince Jr.'s life is in Allstar JR's hands right now. Ain't that crazy? Basically, the tables just turned because remember, Allstar JR's life was in J. Prince Jr.'s hands, allegedly, when it came to that burglary that went wrong. Now, J. Prince Jr. is in a time of need, begging for prayers. This looks very, very performative from the Mob Ties General J. Prince Jr. to me. Ever since this whole incident occurred, ever since we found out NBA Ben 10 was hospitalized in critical condition, J. Prince Jr. seems to be turning a new leaf in life, so it seems. But he got on Instagram and he was talking about how he had absolutely nothing to do with this and he was an innocent man and he doesn't understand how this could have happened. This was OG3's party. That's my bro. We were celebrating. Things just got bad. Oh, and now you need knee surgery all of a sudden. Did you hurt your leg while you was running away from the crime scene, champ? One would say, maybe he hurt his leg as he was running as shots rung out at the Confessions nightclub by way of Allstar JR. Once again, it's just incredibly obvious what Junior is trying to do here. He's trying to make it seem like he's 100% innocent. He's trying to make the feds completely avoid him and make him look like he is not a person of interest when it comes into this entire shooting situation at the Confessions nightclub in Houston. Now, H-Town rapper Cartel Bo had this to say in response to Allstar JR's arrest, where he says, listen, Allstar JR could be the only reason that J. Prince Jr. gets locked up and that the feds need Allstar JR in order to lock up J. Prince Jr. Take a look.
The feds went and got all wild stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna go exactly like this, and I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna go. Them people went and booked Junior, Allstar Jr., because they know for a fact in their hearts and their minds, this gonna tell on Prince and this gonna tell on Bean and them. Yeah, he ain't gonna go to jail and they done tried to do whatever they tried to do. We gonna get this statement saying them came down there to rob him. That's why he took that gun. And they gonna try to RICO all them niggas. They gonna try to RICO them niggas. I don't want that to happen. I don't hate that. I would hate for that to happen. But man, if I'm being a real, I ain't lawyer up, gang. It's finna get real around this. I'm finna see some shit. Because all they got to do is say,
Now, he has a valid point in my opinion. I do believe these things. People also were hitting me up on social media telling me, look, man, they definitely trying to use Allstar JR to get J Prince Jr. locked up. This is what they want. For the longest of times, apparently the feds have been trying to get Mob Ties put into a RICO, and now is the best time for them to actually act on that. It's been way too many times where J Prince Jr. has been attached to something negative in Houston when it comes to rappers, man. When it comes to these artists, J Prince Jr. always is in the corner, somewhere in the shadows, as the nonsense is taking place. From Takeoff, from Duke the Jeweler, and now NBA Ben 10 and Allstar JR. Everyone should know by now that Allstar JR and J Prince Jr. have beef, and the beef is mainly over Allstar JR's baby mom, who J Prince Jr. was romantically involved with. Now, funny enough, there was a Bernie Mac post that was put on NBA Ben 10's Instagram page about a week or two ago, where it seemed like it was just out of the ordinary and someone was just playing on his account. Truth be told, it was a sneak diss to Allstar JR because J Prince Jr. was smashing his BM. Basically, they were just saying, yeah, J Prince Jr. was thrashing your BM, champ. Ha ha, joke's on you. Which to me doesn't make sense, especially if you are paralyzed and allegedly on life support. So there's absolutely no way in the world that Ben 10 is running his Instagram account. It just doesn't make sense. He can't be running it whatsoever. But here is J Prince Jr.'s cry for help as he prepares for a very crazy surgery on his leg. Take a look.
Here we go again. Hopefully this the last time. I'm going under. Yeah, pray for me.
J Prince Jr. has never tried to look more positive in his life. As far as we've known, J Prince Jr. all these years, we've only known him to be a pretend boogeyman. Yeah, I said pretend boogeyman. He wasn't ever scaring anyone, but he believed in his heart of hearts that he was putting fear in people's hearts, which he wasn't. Most gangster thing that we seen J Prince Jr. do was get 6ix9ine kicked out of a Houston club, and that ain't really all that gangster. But I guess it is protecting everyone from being snitched on, perhaps. But that's as far as it goes, man. He doesn't have the best track record. He also is a very disliked person based on events that he was next to. Obviously, we know about the whole Migos situation, Quavo, Takeoff, the gambling that took place at Jazz Prince's birthday party at a bowling alley in Houston, Texas, some years ago. It hasn't been the most liked person as of recently. It just isn't someone that everyone cares about. I mean, they care about him when he's in the spotlight of, being put down, obviously, but people just want to see him go down. This is someone that everyone has been wanting to see get locked up for quite some time now. So the feds are trying to act on this supposed RICO on Mob Ties now, and J Prince Jr. is trying to backtrack as much as possible. He's trying to paint himself in a very good light, because I think he's very well aware that Allstar JR could cooperate and potentially get him locked up, and it's very possible for that to happen if he orchestrated any type of incident, all right, at the Confessions nightclub in Houston, champ. It's gonna get very ugly for J Prince Jr. and Mob Ties as a whole. This ultimately affects J Prince Sr. as well, who is a part of Mob Ties, champ. This is an organization. This is something they're gonna try to paint in court as a criminal enterprise. J Prince Jr. honestly should have never did what he did if he did it, all right? Everyone who was at the Confessions nightclub that night were pointing the finger at J Prince Jr. They don't have no loyalty to this guy. They clearly don't care about this guy, and maybe they just want to see him locked up like everyone else. Now, I'm not an NBA Ben 10 fan. I barely know much about NBA Ben 10 outside of him being affiliated with NBA YoungBoy. But to say that this man is telling is absolutely insane. It means you don't know what's going on. It means you're crazy, bro. He ain't spoke to nobody. Anyone saying they spoke to NBA Ben 10 is a complete liar. All right, somebody is running that man's Instagram account. He cannot talk to anyone, champ. I strongly believe that this guy is still on life support. They're covering up the fact that he's on life support because we keep getting these videos and some things just don't add up. Bro has never been live. Nobody's went live with him. No one can prove that this guy is in a condition to where he can actually talk or anything. We just seeing videos. That's not enough proof. There's no interviews. We haven't seen nothing. If this guy is so much in a place to where he can speak and he can be recorded and etc., why haven't we seen one live stream yet? Why haven't we seen academics talk to this guy on live or etc.? What's really going on here? I get it. You're going to say there's an investigation going on so it can incriminate him. But he's already incriminated. I mean, right now, this guy is definitely confirmed by the feds to be paralyzed, right? But he's also basically on life support. Until proven otherwise, he's on life support as far as I can see it. And you're not going to change my mind, but I will change my mind if I see him on live stream. This whole situation is taking a lot of twists and turns, and things are going to get crazy the more that the feds come marching in. I'm not going to lie, gang, and they coming. They coming hard. Pause. What I want to know is what happens when NBA YoungBoy touches back down in the States because he's still in Europe. What happens when he comes back down? Do we get the announcement that they probably pulled the plug on NBA Ben 10 or what? Because that's the rumor that's going around. Also, will Allstar JR cooperate with the feds based on the type of numbers they give him? A lot of people don't realize what Allstar JR is being charged for, all right? He was a felon with a weapon. He wasn't supposed to have a weapon. He also went overboard on self-defense, no longer being a self-defense type of deal after he spun back after clapping at NBA Ben 10. He clapped at him and tried to finish the weapon off, tried to unload the clip on NBA Ben 10, which immediately disqualifies him of doing self-defense because it ain't self-defense no more. He tried to over-delete NBA Ben 10. He tried to go the extra mile, and that's exactly when a self-defense is no longer applicable in this situation. A lot of people believe that in self-defense you can go the extra mile. No. Once you have completely eliminated a threat and that person touches the ground, that's it. If you continue and you go further, you are committing a crime. You're committing a crime once you go further after this person has pretty much been eliminated and is on the ground. Anything further than that turns into a crime. Turns into a second-degree murder. Yes, champs, did you know that? Well, you know now. Now, obviously, Allstar JR hasn't been hit with that yet, unless they want to. But right now, he just got that charge, champ, a felon with a hammer. That's what he's being charged with at the moment. They also recognize other illegal things that he's done. I read the court documents. I think some of y'all should too, because a lot of y'all are painting your own narrative saying he didn't stand over the body when he did, because it's on footage. I don't understand how people just jump to conclusions without facts. See, that'd be a lot of y'all's problem, man. Y'all be jumping into conclusions and y'all don't got the facts. Y'all got y'all feelings. Your feelings aren't facts, though. I don't know who has to tell you this, but let me tell you, just because you make assumptions that sound good and feel good to you doesn't make them true, champ. I'm just saying. A lot of people are way too invested in this to the point that they're catching feelings and all this nonsense. For people that don't know them and they're weird, man. Like, it's a very nasty parasocial relationship, especially in modern day when it comes to entertainers and regular people who just live their everyday lives. It's very nasty, bro. Like, y'all acting like y'all really know these people. Some of y'all are saying y'all 4KT. I don't know who put you in the gang, champ. I don't know who made you an extension of Sex Money Murder, a gang that Young Thug is also a part of, and a bunch of other people. But you're not in that gang, champ. So cut it out right now. I don't care how many light green flags you own, champ. You do not know who the OG of Sex Money Murder is. You have no idea what it is that you're saying. So evidently people are false claiming a gang, and it's very nasty. And it's weird, man. It's parasocial behavior. Acting as though you know someone that you never met and you're not probably ever going to meet. And if you do meet them, you might be met by the fist of some bodyguards because you're definitely wildin'. I ain't gonna lie. But it's very, very interesting where this entire situation has gone in the last 2 weeks plus, because we didn't expect to get here so soon. The feds is already here, and I told y'all that Allstar JR could be arrested for what he did, because he did do some illegal things, and he did admit to it on the song Mob Ties, which was a drill record and diss record towards OG3, NBA Ben 10, Dead End Ron, and J Prince Jr. Gang, how do y'all feel about this in the comment section, man? Where do we go from here? Will there be more arrests very soon? Is J Prince Jr. gonna get off scotch-free? Or are the feds gonna come marching in on Mob Ties and get them RICO'd? What do you think, gang? I need you to let me know in the comment sections right now. Also, if you are brand new to the Mayor's channel, make sure you subscribe right now. Turn the notification bells on for all of the Mayor's updates. Hit that like button if you have not, because that's very important, as well as hitting that hype button, which is incredibly essential to the Mayor's growth right now. All right, and one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. Are you ready, gang? It's the Mayor, the one and only New York Mayor, F. Mom Donnie, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham. You already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.